nothing but being brutally honest, coming at you with another video.
What is up, everybody? Me and Bella are in for today. How's it going?
We made it. We're alive. We survived. We survived that game, didn't we?
Yeah, my hair got a little grayer after that game. Like you can tell right here, I'm a little
Hair
gray.
got gray. Blood pressure was going up. I lost 12 years of my life. I understand.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Carcast? How's it going? Oh, nice.
Yay.
Well, I hate to see this idea of the matchup, but I hope that. Okay, so speaking of how the outcome of that game,
Okay, let's talk about it.
What was your thoughts on that game?
I think a win is a win. A win is a win. However, was I disappointed going into the half with the 6-7? Absolutely, as the score. However, did Brock Purdy come through when we needed him? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I've heard, and there's all this talk and commotion right now. And so I think we'll probably dive in deep today, and we want to ask everyone too, like, do you think this is also the bye week really affected them?
It could be because the way they played, even when it was raining, I still felt like this team was a little rusty. Mm-hmm. They started showing up until like maybe into the fourth quarter at least.
Right. Mm-hmm.
The first three quarters, it just wasn't quite their best,
Right.
Like, sure, we got a touchdown or so, but I think everything started clicking eventually.
Excuse me.
I just think it took us until the fourth quarter to get it together because that's when our defense started showing up a little better. They were kind of like, I don't want to sound like harsh on them, but the defense was a little crappy in the beginning. They did give up some field goals, which was cool, but they were kind of starting off crappy by giving up the running game to Aaron Jones and a bunch of stuff. So we can't have that happen to the Lions on this matchup.
Yeah. And at first, I think last week I said, I always feel like Purdy takes a minute to warm up. And then it was like, no, this is more than a minute to warm up. Something seemed off. And then you saw him wiping his hand too with the rain.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like he wanted to get his hands dry or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way he did it kind of quick, right? The way how he did it pretty quick was kind of funny. Like I was like, how the hell does he do that? And he tried to throw the ball.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that in itself is impressive. Oh my gosh, there's so many comments. What are people saying?
There's so many comments. Say hello to Grandizer 12. He's a actually I'm gonna get one of his guys on next week or something because of
nice.
I'm gonna get one of his Dolphin guys.
Cool.
So Richmond Webb is I think he's a 7 or 8 time Pro Bowler for the Dolphins, and he was the one that blocked for Dan Marino. He's gonna be on my show like next Monday.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh. Speaking of this matchup, okay, since Carcast brought up this topic, I've seen this update from the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently the Lions are not going to have one of their starting guards. He's going to miss this game because he has a slight meniscus tear and he had surgery, so he's not going to play this game. So their backup, I don't know who the backup is, but I think what he's trying to say is we got to exploit the interior pressure because that's where Jared Goff can struggle.
Okay. Do you think also it's an advantage or disadvantage that we've played with Goff, but this is a completely different team, completely different plays and schemes. We played against him, but not
with the line
as a unit. Yeah.
I mean, Jared Goff, I don't know what's changed about Jared Goff. It's because he's got a better supporting cast.
Hmm.
The defense may not be spectacular. It may not be
Right.
spectacular, but the Lions are kind of like a team that just it's like a bend don't break defense, but they are kind of like your rah-rah team. Like, hey,
Hmm.
everybody's kind of falling behind them, even though it's not right. But I kind of like I was kind of like in that Kool-Aid a little bit with the Lions because I kind of felt the excitement of what they were.
Hmm.
Now that we're playing them, I don't want to. I'm gonna say it in a very nice way. Screw you guys. You know,
Right.
I like you guys, but you're
Right.
playing my team, so it's pretty much screw you
Right.
guys
It
for right
changes.
now.
It
I do have
changes.
respect for Dan Campbell.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. I mean, of course, we're playing them, and there's been so much talk this week about how horrible Brock Purdy is and just all the narratives on him. How do you feel after that game? Has your opinion of Purdy changed?
Purdy kind of shown poise a little bit. One
Hmm.
thing that I've seen from this game was, the raining was kind of like his kryptonite. Because when
Hmm.
we saw what he did against the Browns, that was one of the worst weather condition. But to be honest with you, I don't think he had an issue with the weather at that point. It was at the last, like it was similar to what we did in the fourth quarter, but the only difference was we had enough time to go down the field and win. The difference was our kicker missed a field goal. But I think this is what's building character for Brock Purdy because
Hmm.
everybody keeps saying he can't play from behind.
Right.
What
And he
what we
definitely
just
showed
saw
that.
is he played from behind.
He showed that he could do that. And I think people keep treating him like he should be this elite all-star already when it's like, dude, this is second year being like the starter, and let the boy grow into what he's supposed to be as well.
A lot of these doubters are just saying he doesn't belong here. That's what they keep saying. He doesn't belong in the NFL. He took somebody's job that wasn't his, is what they're saying. I've been hearing a lot of critics. They've been saying, well, he doesn't deserve to be here because of Kyle Shanahan or because he's not big enough to play at the next level. That's what I keep hearing. Like, oh, he's not this. He doesn't got an arm. He doesn't got this. I, I guess they're not trying to admit they're wrong about Brock Purdy because all I've seen from Brock was poise, consistency. Against the Packers, it wasn't his best game, but hey,
Mhm.
the final drive in the fourth quarter, what else can you say about the kid?
This is true. And I want to bring up this stat because I got it fact checked, so I know it happened. I just was young at the time, and I know you know this too. But during the NFC championship game, 90 what, 4 or 5? Okay, that I might not know.
Okay.
When Montana was playing, he threw 3 picks and a fumble before that famous Dwight Clark catch happened.
That was like something like a long time, like even my mother and my other families were still around then, that was like one of them games that nobody expected actually.
Yes, and I just think like it goes to show like you can mess up during the game and still be incredible at the end, right? And win the game.
Yeah.
And that's all that we needed. We needed the win. We didn't need the heart attack, but we needed that win.
Oh, there was a couple moments where he could have at least threw the game away, but he didn't.
Mhm.
It's the
Mhm.
football gods that gave us something away. Like there was a couple of opportunities the Packers could have got interceptions, but I'm not one of those fans that's throwing it out there. Hey, man, come on. So you're gonna say the rain played a factor? Hey, the rain played a factor on our defense. Our defense couldn't cover well.
Right.
I mean, there's a weakest link on our team, and it's not like I'll tell you what, it's not Brock Purdy. He's been our strength of our team. I think the weakest link on our team is we might need to put it up there. Like we need to put like a list of weakest link of the week for us.
Oh, instead of our MVP, who clearly is
Yeah,
Greenlaw.
MVP and weakest link. We'll put
We should do that. We should do that.
We want to see if they can step up to the plate is all I'm hoping for. So, okay, just from watching the game, I got to see better from this guy, man. This guy just hasn't shown what he can do. I mean, I like the fact we made the move for this guy, but dude, you are not showing. You're not.
Are you talking about Chase Young?
Yeah, he's not showing it. I don't get it. Like Chase Young, bro, are you gonna do well in your tackling? Can you get some pressure? Can you get some sacks or something, bro? I mean,
I kind of felt you were going to say that because I've always been like, wait, you have Bosa and Chase. Why
is it not translating to the production? I mean, Chase, you need to do better. I just think he needs to step it up, or he's not going to get a big contract if he plays like what he. I mean, I get it, maybe the rain, but come on, dude, you are getting loose. You're going to play a lot of snaps now. We're
And
unleashing.
I heard, I mean, yeah, the defense wasn't all that, but the defense was better than our offense. Like, I thought the bye week at least helped our defense, but our offense, I thought it was too many days in a bye week for us. I felt like we were rusty. It looked rusty. And I think even Steve Young said that Brock Purdy didn't play for 21 days, and that's a really long time for a quarterback.
Yeah, but I think for Brock Purdy, he overcame by recovering during the offseason. But oh, you know what? Grandizer kind of gave us an interesting fun fact. I was actually I said this before. I've said it many times. I said this on different platforms on TikTok also. So I think you were agreeing with me on this one. So remember when you saw my video where I made this bold prediction about the Niners and Lions in the NFC Championship game? This hasn't happened since. This hasn't been a championship game since 1957. Well, this was one of the most classic championship games that's never been talked about. It was in the pre-Super Bowl era. The winner of that game actually won the championship against the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, okay.
So there's a history. I think Wyatt Tittle was our quarterback. I thought John Brody was at first, but I had to look up the quarterback who was a starter, but it was Wyatt Tittle, I believe. And then it was Bobby Lane, which is now, the Lions have been cursed for a long time. They call it the Bobby Lane curse.
Is that the same as I heard, I don't know, on social media or something, that like they always somehow fumble at the end, or like they're known to like give it up, or they sabotage? Is that the same type of curse? No?
No, the Lions have been cursed ever since the Bobby Lane. Like when he won a championship, I think they did him wrong, and then that was what the history was. Yep. And the history does say we won a lot of games. So, see, one thing I like about Grandizer is he does his research on all the history.
That's awesome.
But if you look at the previous matchups, here's why we should feel optimistic, but let's not overlook the Lions. They are a fighting team. They're going to be a fighting, gritty team. So it's not going to be an easy task to go through this Lions team. But what CarCast is saying, I'm definitely going to be concerned about this matchup. If McKivitz is going to go against Hutchinson, I hope we find a way to stop him from getting to our quarterback, because I think McKivitz is a bit of our weakness on the offensive line also. So we got to have something better.
Yes, and for sure the Lions are going to come out and give us their all. I mean, no team's just going to be like mediocre, especially after what we saw with Green Bay, which I think we should talk about too. Green Bay is going to end up being very good down the line. There's a lot
in the near future. They are.
Yeah.
I think what we saw from the Packers was they're building something for the future at quarterback. So I think I already told my friend, because he's a Packers fan, and I told him, dude, there's no shame of you guys losing to us. I even told him, bro, even if you guys lose to us, I don't think it's the end of the world for y'all, because one, your quarterback exceeded the expectation better.
Right.
And he kind of took it more like he wanted to win so bad, but then he kind of just told me you weren't wrong about it. I think you kind of said it like just to be realistic. And I said, dude, I'm not just saying it because I want us to win, but I said it wouldn't be the end of the world for y'all.
Sure. No, I get that.
It's a bad taste. Yeah, it's a bad taste to lose to us, but sure. But
well, especially during this time in this season, you've watched all the games and you're there with your team and, high hopes. And it's that one game, right? It's not like any other series, baseball, hockey, what are other sports? Like they have series, right? Best in 5, best in 7.
Yeah, best in everything. But
one game.
We've been giving Packers the most problems. So that's been the thing. So when you look at the overall history, we're gonna dive into this matchup. When we go into the Lions at this point, you want to know a fun fact history that I didn't even know about?
Oh yeah, go share it.
Okay, so I saw this history of the last time the Lions won against the Niners at our home field.
Okay.
The last time they won was 1975.
Okay, so that we weren't here.
We weren't here, but that was the last time they won at Candlestick Park or Keys or whatever it was. So they haven't won. They haven't beat San Francisco in 13 tries in 1975. So we mostly been playing at their home, or they've been mostly playing at our field too. But out of those 13 tries at our home field, they haven't beat us.
And now we're at Levi's.
Yep, we're at Levi's, and the history says, oh, you want to know a history about the Lions?
Yeah.
They're on an 11-game losing streak in the playoffs. 11 road game
okay.
road game losing streak.
Okay. So
the Lions would have preferred to play at home, actually.
Yeah.
They would have preferred to play at their home field. That's what it says, because the Lions are on an 11-game losing streak in the playoffs. And on the road, on the road. I'll show you. I'll send you like the picture of it. Like I'll send it to you right now so you can get where I'm talking about.
I love it.
This is just. I don't think it has anything to do with the curse like everybody says. I mean, I'm just putting like what the stats are saying. It's just something I didn't even know about.
I'm all for the curse. Is what I'm trying to say.
I don't even believe in curse. I just think everybody takes it out of proportion. Like what I'm trying to say, this is something I didn't even know about.
It is. I mean, I'm waiting for it to come through. I think there's a lot going on this week. There's a lot of noise this week in the game against us with the Packers and how horrible Brock is. Everything that I'm hearing, like everything I'm seeing, unless you're a Niner fan, is the Lions are going to kill you. The Lions are going to kill. It's just all bad. I know Vegas, I think what is it? Is it 7.5 or 6.5?
7-point favorites at least. Mm-hmm. And here's an interesting stat that I didn't even know about. So I guess last year we weren't even the favorites against Philadelphia, but I guess under Kyle Shanahan, when we are the favorites, mm-hmm. we have the best record when we are the favorites. So under Shanahan, this is something I never even knew about. So you're gonna see what I send you. It's like interesting stat.
It is an interesting fact. I'm seeing what Adam is saying.
We are favor. Yep, it's what it says right here. It says we're 7-point favorites. Yeah. Was there that has been around? Yep. Wait. And I wasn't around. My pops was actually around, but he was around like during a different time where he was I don't know, my grandparents and then my dad was around. So I don't know. My mom was 3 years. She was 3 years before she was even around this world. My dad was kind of like a youngster, like he was barely like a kid or something. So he was like maybe like 8 or something, or 9, not 9 or something. I don't know.
So young.
Back. No, I think he was like 7 or 6 or something like. I don't know, like back then. But in 1957, it was a different time. You know, was in the 50s. They got the Elvis. That's what it was back then. You know how the excuses was Russ, but if Niners win this game, the Super Bowl is in 2 weeks, and will that rust affect us? I hope not, but then wouldn't the rust kind of affect the other teams too? I think it.
Well, there goes that too. The Super Bowl, so it's this week, and then it's Pro Bowl,
maybe,
and then
maybe it's the rain. Maybe it's the rain.
I don't know. I don't know if it is the rain. Well, okay, then let's put all the cards on the table. If you know that there's a really long bye week, isn't it the coach's responsibility to make sure everyone's in the facility working out, doing stuff? So then doesn't it not fall on the players? Doesn't it fall on Kyle? What is he doing as the head coach to make sure?
It's mostly on him. But I think everything kind of goes with when you look at how things are, it's another bye week, but I think it kind of, if anything else, it might even rust the AFC too. Who knows? I mean,
right. You don't know. And then of course here we go with the conspiracies. That's been all over my timeline on everything about it's going to be the Niners and the Ravens anyways. And you really, really don't know, right?
I don't know. It's just people. I don't know. Maybe this is just a manipulating system. Maybe they're manipulating us to think it is, and then it's something else. We don't know.
Well, I was thinking another conspiracy theory. Maybe that's why all the sports analysts and everyone on their talk show is saying, Niners aren't going to do good, to throw everyone off of what the scheme is of the purple and red on the logo.
I got a good conspiracy theory that.
Say it. What is yours?
I think if this is not the case, if this is not the Ravens and Niners, I think this is what's going to happen. They want the Swifties, right? They want the Taylor Swift theme. So they're going to want Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl.
But she can't. She's in concert.
But they want something to create some buzz. But they're going to still have the Niners in the picture. They're probably just going to go with the Niners and Chiefs. Because you know why they want to put Niners and Chiefs? Because Vegas doesn't care about the Raiders. They're saying, we don't like you guys. We want those two teams that you don't like. We want them over there.
I could see
We
that.
want the Chiefs and Niners, and you guys are going to have to sit and watch us.
But wouldn't that be ultimately? I mean,
That would be the worst case scenario. Like if you
the
were
worst
a Raiders,
case scenario for us is the Chiefs, I would think, because who is it? Andy Reid?
Andy Reid, and then Kyle gets another chance at cheeseburger. Andy Reid, I call him cheeseburger eating. Andy Reid.
So I'd rather have the Ravens, even though I know they spanked us, but I'm hoping.
I'm actually hoping for Kansas City personally because
Really?
Kansas City doesn't really scare me like they used to.
Really? No. Well, either way, it's kind of a rematch, right?
But Ravens are just a little difficult. We got to do better. I don't know.
Well,
there's a side of me that's saying 50-50 with the Ravens,
Mhm.
but I don't want to play Baltimore. I just think they're going to be too much of a challenge.
So you're telling me they scare you?
They scare me more because their defense is more complete. Their offense is difficult to slow down. Sure, it might be a better matchup this time around, or maybe I'm just tripping and overreacting, but I just think Baltimore is just a damn good team. I don't know. I just want Baltimore at their worst, to be honest. I want Lamar to have an off day where he's on a hangover. Actually, I want to see Lamar drunk during the game so he can have a hangover.
That can never happen.
That will never happen, but that's what I'm saying. It's going to be hard to play Baltimore. That's the thing. Oh, yeah. That would be the best feeling. But actually, that would be the best way to actually – maybe that might get Raider fans not to watch the Super Bowl because it's at their stadium and they probably don't want to see the Chiefs and Niners. Maybe that's the best way to get Vegas to say, screw you guys. I want these two teams here. You guys can just not watch them.
Possibility. I mean, the possibilities are pretty – I don't want to say endless because it's only two teams that we could end up playing.
Let's see. Do I like Elvis? I like a little bit of his music, but my in-laws one of my in-laws listens to the music and she's really into the Elvis stuff. So I've listened.
That last movie that came out was good. If you guys saw it.
Oh yeah, that movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't listen too much of the Elvis. I just listen to a few of the music. It's decent. Not like it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's an okay. Like some of his music's okay. Oh man, that would be nice. Just imagine
seeing the logos.
It would just be. It wouldn't be worth watching for them. Yeah.
Oh, the number one song was April. See, learning facts today. I did not.
Yeah, this guy knows his stuff. I'm telling you.
Did not know.
If you want to look at history of music and stuff, you got to go to Grandizer. That man knows all the history.
So.
He's like the history god or something.
Guess so. I did not know that. Look at all the facts.
Okay,
all right. So how are we feeling?
Oh wait, you haven't even talked about your weakest link. I only picked Chase Young.
Well, I knew you were going to say that, and that I'm going to kind of pick the same person.
Same thing? Okay. Maybe
during the game, I was like, where are you?
Okay, so you know what? I'll let you get the Chase Young, but give me the criticism of Chase Young, but then I'm going to just pick one more weakest link because I don't want to make it sound like we're just picking the same guy.
Okay. The reason I picked Chase Young is because when we signed him, I think I was really, really hopeful. And this whole dynamic duo between Bosa and Chase, and they went to school together. Like I fell into the story. Seeing him and on Saturday with the Green Bay game, you don't know how many times, and I'm sure everybody was. I was pacing around and walking around. Where are you? What are you doing? So he, for me, just has me questioning, like, was this a good decision? Is actually where I went with it.
I was thinking exactly the same thing about it because I thought this would have at least gave our defense more pressure, but it just hasn't really translated. I can see why you're going the same boat as me, but
yeah, I mean that's true. And wait, but hold on, but pause. Same boat, and another reason. No, that's it. That was it.
I mean, like you said, he hasn't produced enough like sacks or enough pressure. Like when he was with the Commanders, he was actually playing his best ball, and then when he came here, he just hasn't really done that thing. That's the thing. I just don't know how he needs to do better, and he's got to do better on his tackling too. Sometimes he kind of misses a little off, but he frustrated me during the game. And defense wins games. Yeah.
And if my offense is off, which it was, I really needed the defense to pull through. Like I really needed it. I thought Bosa did a better job. Let's not even talk about Greenlaw, MVP. Fred did fine. But Chase Young was the one that I was like, I thought this would make our defense like top tier, elite, unstoppable. And I just kind of felt like he was a weak link.
Yeah. I thought he would have at least made it more of a strength to our team. But you know what else is okay, dude. I'm going to clarify what you guys are saying about Debo. My reports from Debo is he is going to play, bro, because Debo Samuel said it said it through the reporters. He is going to play. He says that it would have to like Kyle Shanahan even said that they'll even still find ways to get him in. So I'm already, dude. Whatever you're hearing about negativity about this, bro, Debo is going to play, bro, because he doesn't have a broken shoulder.
And there's not like a hairline fracture or anything.
There's no hairline fracture. There's nothing. I think you're kind of misunderstanding, bro, because Debo is going to play, bro. Debo even said that they would have to take his arm off for him to not be out there. That's how he's gonna play, bro. So Debo ain't gonna miss this game, bro. Especially with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson talking smack on him. You think Debo?
What is that about? What is that about? Do you know what that beef is about?
Well, I don't know. He just like threw shades at him. But want me to tell you a funny story?
Yeah.
So there was this beef with him and Debo, right? And he was calling him a running back running routes or something. But I called him out. I called Chauncey Gardner out, and he blocked me on Twitter.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
I showed you this. You see, dude.
Yes.
I clowned him.
Oh, okay. I just don't understand what the beef between the two are. But I do think, I know we have to go back to your weakest link, but I do think even with Debo playing, I think he still gives me a little bit of, he makes me nervous of like, yes, he might be fine, but at any moment something could happen to that shoulder. I mean, they get hit all the time. So I don't know. That's where I am. But go back. Who was your weakest link? Because I kind of stole yours. I actually did steal it.
Well, I mean, I'll let you get that credit, but
thank you.
Matter of fact, we'll throw a couple criticism and then we'll go with just the guys who stood out.
Okay.
I might need to go with a couple guys because I have a couple guys I had to scratch my head like, what are you guys doing? Okay. So Abry Thomas, man. What's up with this guy? What is up with this Abry Thomas kid?
I don't know.
Like he was looking fine. He was fine when he got his opportunity, but I don't want us to go back to Isaiah Oliver. I don't want us to go back to Isaiah Oliver, but Abry Thomas kind of stresses me out sometimes with his coverage.
Okay. Who else?
Another guy that you guys are probably not surprised I'm going to bring up. You guys might be surprised, but I want to say Randy Gregory. This guy is a lazy. That dude is lazy, and then I'm going to throw in Kinlaw. Kinlaw, you haven't done nothing.
Okay.
So I'm throwing a couple of these guys on defense. Kinlaw needs to be on the bench. He's not doing nothing for our defense. Get him on the bench. I don't want to see Kinlaw play another snap ever again because he's already given up a lot of run plays.
Okay.
Yeah, and Thomas needs to step his coverage better, or somebody needs to take his spot. I don't know. And Randy Gregory, he just doesn't seem to have the effort or heart. I can see why Dallas and other teams moved on from Randy Gregory. Gregory just doesn't have the effort. I'd rather play Robert Beal Jr. over him at this point.
Okay. How do you then sorry, I still have this cough. How did you feel Kittle did this game? Because I don't think this was his best game.
I think it was just his average game. It wasn't like he actually had 80-something yards. It wasn't like a bad game. It was an average game, actually. It was actually like his most average game. He actually did pretty well. I think the one guy that you might be surprised on, since I haven't thrown an offensive player out there, I'm going to say McKivitz and Jake Brendo are garbage. They can't block to save your life. Like, Brendo needs to get cut. I want Brendo off the damn team already.
Okay.
McKivitz, you are just terrible. McKivitz needs to go too. Brendo, you need to get cut, man. I'm sorry. We need to get a better center than Brendo. Brendo cannot do nothing good. He gets beat.
Okay.
Like, what's so hard about blocking some of the interior guys?
Clearly, it's hard.
But the other guy, whatever his name is, Wyatt. I think Wyatt actually beat him like so many times. Brando can't
Mhm.
block good. I think with Detroit, he won't even hold up well. That's part going to be my concern. I think my concern is freaking Brando going against one of the Lions D line.
I think I'm holding on to the whole. My team has 9 Pro Bowlers.
Yep.
My team has an incredible defense. Our team has some. Well, mine. I think Brock Purdy is brilliant. Steps up when he needs to be. I think he reads. He all the what are they plays? Like he sees where they are. And once Brock Purdy and Brandon Ayuk connect,
That's
that
what
connection to me, incredible. Then you got McCaffrey who can just run it. And I think sometimes for me, I more or less get mad at Kyle of like, what play are you calling?
Yeah,
Why aren't we
he
just
tries to
running?
be cute. He tries to get too cute with these plays. And what I didn't understand is why he didn't even try to get Ayuk more involved too. Yeah, I like that
Mhm.
Jennings got some of the targets, of course.
Yeah.
I'm not against Jennings with the targets, but there could have been other ways to get Ayuk the ball.
Yes. And then Lenore, I thought did really good.
Oh,
Well,
Lenore kind of, one thing about Lenore that nobody realizes is he's a tone setter.
Yeah,
Like,
he comes alive during playoffs. I've been impressed with him.
oh, I'll tell you what. One thing about Lenore that I've been telling people for a while
Mm,
is the guy has a dog in him. Like,
mm.
I think he's kind of like become into like a good replacement for Jimmy Ward because he's been playing the
Mhm.
slot pretty decent.
Yeah.
Like what he did to Jordan Love, you can say maybe it was a dirty play, but no, he actually did it under the fair rules because Jordan Love was a runner, so of course you're going to get hit. So don't
When
get
he
up.
drew him all the way to the Gatorade,
Almost, yeah, but still,
that was
that's
great.
when that's when he set the tone. See,
Yeah,
that's
that
what
was great.
that's what rattles other quarterbacks is you got to set the tone to them.
Well,
One thing about Lenore, yeah,
it
one thing
also
about
showed like it
Lenore
was
is
a
he's going to get under your head a little bit.
yeah, but it also came to show that like it became a really physical game after that. Like he was like, I'm not playing. Mocha, play with it later. Sorry. Now she wants to play football.
Nah, but Dre Greenlaw and the rest of our linebackers were showing that a little intensity, a little physicality, a little bit. They were showing
Oh.
a little bit of something out there.
I agree.
One thing I like about our players is they're not. One thing about the Packers was they weren't feeling the physicality. That's what it was when they played Dallas. Dallas didn't give them no physical. We did.
Well, the Lions are about to be really physical.
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna see a collide.
Yeah, the Lions are about to be really physical.
They're going to be one of those teams that are going to probably play their hardest and give you
Yeah.
something to fight for. And the one thing that I don't know, like, I don't know if you kind of found this kind of funny, but remember, like a couple years ago when they hired this coach, everybody thought this guy was a joke.
The Lions coach?
Yeah, they thought it was a joke in the press conference what he said, but it was like at first nobody wasn't sure about him, but seems like players are buying into it. So when players are buying into it, that means you are gonna win over the locker room. But Dan Campbell can relate to these players because he played the game, and
Okay.
I mean he's a rah guy, a rah type guy. He is a guy that players are gonna fight through a brick wall or something like that.
Well, you have to also know they played at home, and I'm sure that energy
Was different.
Yeah, completely different. And now they're about to come here, and I heard that fourth quarter, especially when that very end, Levi's was like crazy. And the loudest it's ever been, according to some sportscaster, like they've never heard it that loud. So I think it's going to be different. It's going to be such a different vibe, such a different energy. The weather's going to be great because I've been watching it. It's still going to be like,
I heard it's going to be clear. So I heard it's going to be clear and sunny out there, like 60 something degrees. Do I like the play of John Feliciano? I like John Feliciano. He doesn't seem to like he's versatile. He's not a pushover. He's kind of a guy that you can definitely have on your offensive line. He's not going to be some slouch. He's no slouch for the line. He's been around the league for a while, so he's got a lot of good experience. I just like, I think that's what's going to be more important about these games. Like the Lions are probably going to give us their best shot because of their fit, the way they are. They are a physical team. You can tell they are a physical team the way they play. Their brand of football is exactly the way how we play, but a little different. Their offense is a little different style.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I think you already okay, so I guess this is a good one for Grandizer to give you. So he wants you to give like 3 of the Niner studs who stood out to you, and then you can go with your 3 duds, like what the ones who didn't stand
So
out.
the 3 49ers that I thought were great, right? Is that what studs means?
Yeah, 3
Okay.
good ones. 3 good ones. and then
Sorry.
3 good ones and then 3 bad ones.
Okay, so let's start with my 3. Are we doing 3 bad? Okay, my 3 good ones for the Niners on my side. I'm going to pick Purdy. I don't care what anyone says because when I needed him the most,
You have to win.
he came through and I needed that. I needed that. Purdy's 1. Green lost 2. And I'm going to
Okay.
pick Lenore. I really was impressed.
Ooh, Lenore. I like
Yeah,
that.
I'm going to pick Lenore. I was impressed. Like you said, the tone. When he did that to Love and he pushed him or he tackled him and then they went into the Gatorade and then they kind of tuffled it out. I loved it. I was
That shows you a little fit, but it wasn't like he intended to hurt him on purpose.
No. Yeah. And there were little tiffs and little things that were starting to happen. And then I don't know. Oh, can I get a bonus? I'm gonna do a bonus.
Yeah, go
one.
ahead. Go ahead.
Let me tell you my bonus one. My bonus one is Trent Williams. And let me tell you
Ooh, yeah. I like that one.
Trent Williams. I thought incredible. I've been a Trent fan. He comes to play and I appreciate it. And he's older. I mean, awesome. But there was one, you must have seen it. There's this clip where I don't know his name, forgive me, but it's Simone Biles' husband.
Mhm.
Is it Owens, maybe? Maybe I do know.
Jonathan Owens?
I think so. I don't know. He says something to him, and you see Trent Trent, he just does a shove, and the guy just flies over. And I was
over,
like,
yeah. I see when he shoved him, and then he just went like this, and they got him a flight for that.
I was like, you know what, Trent? Yes. Okay. So those are I took a bonus one. So those are my 3 studs.
So
And then
the ones
duds.
so 3 disappointing ones to you.
Disappointing. Disappointing. Okay, so Chase, disappointing for me. I wish I could just say I'm gonna say Kyle Shanahan.
Okay, Kyle Shanahan. Okay.
It's not a player, but in a way he is because you do the calls. He disappointed me with some of the calls, kind of drove me wild. And I don't know. I know you're saying he had a lot of yards, but I think I was expecting more out of Kittle. I know he dropped and it wasn't his fault. I know he had a touchdown, but
it wasn't like he played bad. I mean,
I know, but I don't know.
Okay, that's respectable. I can understand where you're coming from, but that's above average for a tight end to play up to that level.
I don't know. Maybe I wanted him to come alive more or maybe more umph. Maybe that's what I'm trying to get. McCaffrey was great too. Oh my God, I'm going to add
McCaffrey was almost at 100 yards, but since he wants me to go with the like studs wise, I mean, I guess numbers don't speak for itself, but I got to say Jennings actually stood out to me.
Jennings was great.
4 catches, 61 yards, moved down the field. I really do think outside of the numbers, you look at the guy who stood out. I mean, you said Brock Purdy. I don't want to go into the same level like the way you were going. I'm going to have to say who stood out on defense was definitely he just took some of the guys I like. But you know what? I'm going to pick one guy that stood out to me. I'm going to say, there was a lot of factors into this one, but I think Armstead returning was a difference, but I think he's starting to shake off the rust a little bit. So I think Armstead is starting to shake it off and get it together. I think the next game you're going to see how much of a difference it's going to be with Armstead getting back to game shape the way he was.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's see. So as much as I as much as I don't want to go into this guy, I don't want it to ever come down to this guy, but I might have to give my flowers to Jake Moody for this one.
Oh, why?
Because he made the most important kick that mattered.
Okay, yes, but he also missed one.
Well, it was blocked. That's where I give him his flowers.
Fine.
Here's the thing.
I'm not.
The kicking game's going to come down. At some point, you're going to have it come down to your kicker.
Yep.
So when you made this kick, okay, you're off the hook, Jake. I can't say nothing to you right now.
Until the next one.
Until the next one you're on. But I had to give him his flowers because he did make the important kick.
Okay, well, you're nice because I never liked the guy. I
I
know.
4 missed kicks, 1 extra point. I don't
It's
know.
gonna, and here's the thing that kills me. You know this. We all know this. Yes, they're 3 points, but they make such a difference. Because if we would have had those 3 points, the first one he missed, it wouldn't have been in such a dire situation. But then again,
But you
maybe
gotta understand the first kick, it was block.
I know,
It
but
was hard for me to like even go there at first when I thought he missed it, but then I saw that
no,
somebody
yeah,
kicked
he
the
tipped the
ball.
hand.
Yeah,
You
and
kick it higher. You have one job. Let me kick
I
it.
mean, but I have to give him his flowers because of that. I can't really give, and you know what's even harder for my duds is the special teams. What the heck was that? You gave this Nixon dude a freaking solid return? Unacceptable. That is pathetic. Let's see. Abry Thomas, unacceptable. You need to get it together, buddy.
Yeah, he did not
Let's
have a good
see.
game.
Let's see. Man, there's a lot of criticism. You already took in Chase, so I'm not going to go there. Matter of fact, he is my favorite kick toy. I want to say Jake Brendel. You garbage center. You can't block.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to throw him out there until he proves otherwise.
Okay.
He's everybody knows he's my punch toy or something, or my punch thing.
Your punching bag.
Yeah. It's because he didn't do so much well as everybody thought it was.
I hope KC goes home. I really hope that Lakers comment. I really hope that
actually I want them to go so we can beat them.
I know you do. I don't
know. Baltimore's just too tough.
So I mean, okay, so you're thinking Baltimore's too tough, and I'm thinking the Ravens are going to be a better matchup.
Ravens defense is a really tough matchup. Like I'm hopefully I'm wrong about it, but I just don't know.
But you really think that Kyle Shanahan can beat the Chiefs? Haven't we lost them every single time too?
But that was a different scenario. They didn't have this time. They don't have a lot of weapons. Their defense is actually their defense is not as good as the Ravens.
Yeah, but it's Kyle calling the plays.
But then Kyle would probably find a way to finish it.
I hope so. I mean,
if you play the Ravens, I don't know. Ravens are just unstoppable right now. I don't know who can stop Baltimore. I'm keeping it real with everybody. I don't know who can stop Baltimore.
Well, clearly Patrick Mahomes turns into some sort of Power Ranger during the playoffs.
But I'm just saying, who can stop Baltimore's offense, and their defense is really tough to get through.
This is true.
Even what he just said. See, even what Adam just said, not a good coverage. I mean, as much as I want us to go to the Super Bowl,
what are you talking about?
No, as much as I want us to go to the Super Bowl, I don't want it to come down to the Ravens. I'm scared. Not the Ravens.
But don't you think it comes down to also like the integrity of like the best team has to win? So
yeah, it does. But it just maybe a side of me just feels concerned. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I just don't. It's just you get that flashback of that Super Bowl 47, and then you get that flash, and then the last game, it just kind of hits me in the head like I don't want to play these guys, But
to be honest, I don't want to play either of them if I had to.
But we just have to we just gotta hope for the best is what we're hoping for.
I mean, yeah. But excuse me.
I like the chances of us going to the Super Bowl, but I just hope it becomes. I just hope we play better at least.
Yeah, and I think people are kind of like, I think all 49er fans, because I think there was this, oh, don't worry, Green Bay attitude last week, and then we went through that together, and now we're like, I can't just say whatever the Lions. It's you're kind of that humbled everyone. Literally everyone.
I think the Lions are going to be more of a challenge than what everybody's getting.
Absolutely, it's going to be more of a challenge. It's going to be more physical. It's going to really. We're going to really have to step up from last time. Really step up.
I mean, I'm optimistic. I'm always going to pick my team in these matchups, but I just feel like there's a side of me that just has to be a little concerned. Like, man, if we just play Baltimore with this offense and the way they were playing, I don't know. But Kansas City, I like our chances with Kansas City more.
Okay. Okay. I
And I'm
respect
just
it.
saying, it could change.
It can.
I've seen these quarterbacks who win MVPs and and look unstoppable, but then when they play in the big stage, they choke.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe Lamar Jackson is the Cam Newton of this era. Cam Newton got
Oh
the
my God.
MVP.
Did you see that he wants to try to come back? Did you see that?
I've heard about it. Yeah.
God, make him stop.
Oh, I like this question by Grandizer.
Excuse me.
Uh,
Who is the X Factor? Expect to have a good game versus the line. Ooh.
I'm gonna have to go with Juwan Jennings. You saw what he did against the Packers. I don't know. It depends on how we use Debo. I think Debo's gonna be more of a decoy, but I think it's gonna have to be a Juwan Jennings type game. And then Brandon Ayuk will have his production, of course, but I do expect Jennings to have more targets again.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm hoping that Greenlaw does another interception.
Okay, see, that's another X factor. Another
Yeah.
interception by Greenlaw. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to keep that in mind.
He said he wants another one. He wants to do it again. Let him do it again. What did they say? Cap still? No one's going to take Kaepernick.
No, I don't think anybody's taking him at this point. Not even him or Cam Newton. I don't think nobody.
Yeah, those two. And then Cam said he would only want to play for Atlanta. But no one's
Because
gonna
of the
take him.
hometown, yeah. But
Yeah, no one's gonna. I'm not even worried about that comment.
I mean, if it was like 5 or 6 years ago, I could understand Cap coming back, but it's already like past that time. So
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of Cap to this day, but I'm not the kind of guy that's delusional and say, oh, he can come back. The guy hasn't played in so many years. So it's hard for me to like put it in perspective. But
yeah, I get it. I totally understand.
Yeah, I mean, I've always root for this guy to be successful, but I'm not going to be some of those little delusional fans that say, oh, he needs to play. It's too late. It's already passed by. He's already making money off of Netflix and other stuff. What else does he need to do? He doesn't need it.
Right.
I think as far as your X factor, I mean, you just said Greenlaw, if he can get another interception, I think Greenlaw would be there. I think Greenlaw would have to be the lottery for us to win against the Ravens if we had to play them.
Yeah.
I think for us to beat Lamar, we got to hit him. If we play the Ravens, we got to hit Lamar Jackson like a running back. We got to hit him, set the tone on this guy. I'm not the kind of guy that likes to talk about injuries because I'm not a fan of that. Never will.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
But the kind of message I want this team to do is if we're playing Lamar Jackson, play by the rules, but try to lay him a hit or something. Lay him a hit that's fair and legal. Give him that tone setting, like you know how Lenore did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give Lamar that kind of message.
Yeah.
But see, it's not. I'm not like those other guys. I'm not advocating cheap shot. I'm saying if we're gonna play the Ravens, try to set the tone towards Lamar Jackson and get under his head a little bit.
Yeah, but this is, I think, with the Lamar Jackson, I think then it really goes to Chase Young, Bosa.
Those guys have to set the tone on them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think if you hit Lamar so many times, it's gonna rattle him because we've seen it from other teams do that. You gotta hit Lamar. You gotta do whatever it takes to get under his head a little bit. But I'm not advocating to injure him. No, I'm not. I said I said set the tone, like give him a clear message, like let him know, hey man, we're gonna be all over your face. Do you think Harbaugh to the Chargers is a good fit? I think he would probably be a good fit for Justin Herbert. He can develop quarterbacks, I think he's going to stay in Michigan.
Probably.
Oh, did you guys watch the Buccaneers? What impressed you the most about the Lions and their win? I watched majority of that game. What stood out about the Lions was their running game, actually. Their running game is what stood out. Gibbs actually had a really good run. Montgomery didn't look too good. But the Lions defense, they may give up some yards, but they got some guys who can get the interceptions. Like they got some optimistic players who can make some picks. So you may get like 400 yards of offense or more against this Lions defense, but it's a bend don't break defense. That's what stands out about the Lions. The Lions stand out because they are a bend don't break. Jared Goff had a pretty solid game. Because I've seen the rest of the games. St. Brown played pretty well. Laporta did what he needed to do. I think as a collectively, this was a gutsy fighting team. So, yeah, the Bucs, they beat the Bucks and got over the hump a little. So yeah.
I watched the game in and out, so I was doing other things. But I mean, for me, I just was really impressed with how physical they were. Where I was like, okay, they're going to be really physical with us. I don't know all the names of the players. All I know is I wanted to play Tampa because I thought it'd be easier route to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it would be, but
Yeah.
I think the easiest route for us is if you look at the Lions' pass defense. But if you can stop their offense and you score over their defense, there's no way they're going to beat us. But I think the thing about the Lions is their defense isn't as bad as everybody says it is. Like, yeah, it does give up some yards, but they're just a gritty team. What scares me about the Lions is the O-line. Seeing the Niners pressure, I'm just nervous about it. Well, here's what's going on. Their starting guard, Jonah Jackson, is going to miss this game. And their starting center is dealing with injuries, so he's not going to be at a full 100%. So this is like a little leaking hole, right? You know how they say when it's something's going to leak and break? This is an opportunity to expose it.
Yeah. Hopefully we use that.
Yeah. Score prediction for the game and player of the game for the Niners win.
Ooh. Are you ready?
Yeah, you go.
Me go?
Yeah, you go.
I think it's going to be a close game.
Okay.
27-20 Niners.
27. What is it? 27-28?
No, 27-20.
Oh, 27-20. Okay. So a 7-point difference.
What the spread is on Vegas or whatever.
Okay. You know what my score is going to be?
What? I'm going to write yours down. What's yours?
I got the Niners winning 28-20, and here's why I'm going with the 20 score.
Okay.
Dan Campbell tries to convert a 2-point conversion and fails.
Okay.
And you know who's the player of the game who gets the player of the game?
Who?
I'm going to say Mr. Purdy. Mr. Purdy's going to have one of his best games because the Lions defense give up a chunk of yards.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's a Brock Purdy kind of game. So who do you got as your standout player?
Well, because I want Greenlaw to be my little X factor. If he does another interception, to me, he's a winner.
Another Greenlaw game? Okay.
Yeah, so, I would be happy with that.
Greenlaw game for the play. So this would be like playoff Greenlaw. Okay. I like that.
I think that. And I like that you picked Purdy. I mean, I think this is big. I think where a lot of Niner fans are having PTSD is we were exactly in this position.
Yeah, we were. So I guess he asked you about Laura Cat. Remember the one that used to be on our comment section?
Mm-mm. Wait, no. I mean, I remember her being in the comment section.
Like I guess weeks ago, I found out she passed away.
Oh no.
I don't know what really happened, but it was during January 2nd that she passed away. So I don't know what the details were, and I've tried to get in communication with her like a while ago, and I guess that explains why she wasn't like in no contact or nothing. So
it's really sad.
It is kind of sad. I mean, she was a good person under the short stint to get to know her. You know, she seemed like a really nice person, but it's kind of sad how we go through this world. But the score for this one. I like this score actually. You know what score? You know what? I wouldn't be upset about this score if I'm gonna be honest with you.
Sad.
Niners 31, Lions 27.
Oh, that's a good one too.
That would be a good score. You know why I would think? You know why I wouldn't be upset about that score?
Why?
Because it's a reverse scoreboard from 1957.
Oh, that's kind of cool. That'd be a really cool
reverse. Like instead of the Lions winning, we win. Think about it. Flip the scoreboard because they won.
Like it.
Maybe you should go with that scoreboard. I don't know.
Maybe. That makes me really sad about Kate. Yeah. So that's sad. Also, just life is short, so I hope everyone's good to each other.
Yeah, life's too short. You know, life goes on, and the world can just you lose it. You lose your loved ones and everybody else. You know.
Yeah, and I know it's so easy when you're just in the grind of like work and bills and this and that, but like do something that makes you happy today. That's everyone's challenge.
Yeah, we all go through some tough times. I lost my dad a couple years ago, my brother, and all that other stuff. But I've always kept my head up and just kept going with the flow.
Yeah.
I mean, life goes on, things are just whatever it is, but
And you're going to the game this weekend, aren't you?
yep. The funny part is it was
Mm.
unexpected. So
Those are the best gifts, aren't they?
yeah, like it is so like yeah, I read I read all the comments I can read, man, because I gotta give thanks to the people who show the time to support. If I don't read all the comments, it's probably because I'm a little
There's
behind a
so
little.
many of them. You guys are so incredible. So forgive
Yeah,
us if we
every
don't.
one of you guys make a huge difference. I do this for you guys to enjoy it, but lately I've been doing TikTok because it's been more of my audience. Yeah, I lost that voice, dude. It's because my sore throat, man. I'm still kind of going through the sore throat a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, life's too short to
Yeah.
hold grudges. Life's too short to lose your loved ones, but everybody has to understand, man. Hey, we all got to learn to forgive and actually move forward with life. I don't
Yeah.
understand the hate on me, I don't have a perfect past, but I'm always thankful for the people who gave me the opportunity.
Absolutely. And you just gotta be grateful every day and move forward and day by day.
Yeah.
Day by day.
I mean, oh my God, dude, that would I don't even know if I would even have an earthquake sound. My voice would still probably not be good enough. I'll probably be super red and pass out like something out of the I don't know. It'd probably be like an earthquake if I had my normal voice back on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a 9.9 earthquake.
What an experience to go to that game, though. That's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, I get upset when I get upset, but I try to keep it cool. But one thing about TikTok is there's like 10 or thousands of people that enjoy my little rant more.
Well, I think that's good. I think you found your niche, right?
Yeah, niche. Let's see. Everybody keeps wondering, even when I was doing the referee part, I was just doing it for fun, and they took it out of offense. They said, "Oh, you're saying you guys are gonna cheat." I'm like, dude, I didn't even say nothing like that. I just said it as a joke.
You know how people are. Some people don't get jokes.
Yeah, they don't. And then I was actually using a couple of these other videos, but yeah, my pick'em's actually almost at 100,000 views for that video.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, because I used the playoff one, because I think you didn't have those, so I found them under I found those on Twitter, so I found a couple of those. But you should be surprised. I got a lot of views out of that one.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Can you give me a quick live at halftime at the game? I could. I'll try. But I'm not going to be able to stream it. I'm not going to be able to stream it because of the reception over there is pretty bad.
Oh, yeah.
If you go down Levi's, it really depends on the reception area, and plus, it might even be a little sunny a little bit, but it's probably going to be 60. Yeah.
Are you going to any tailgates?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to the green lot.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I think green lot. I think it's green or blue. I don't know which one it is, but I'm already going to talk to one of the guys.
Good. It'll be so much fun.
I don't know about doing the live games, but I might just do the video because the reception is bad over there.
Yeah, or just do a video right before you go in, or do a video during you can save it, right?
Yeah, I can put it over here. I could put it on YouTube and put it on TikTok both ways. It'd probably be good both ways.
I think that'll be cool.
Yeah, so I'm not even at my full voice, but if I have that moment where I'm like, it won't even be that earthquake sound like Granddad. Granddad is right, man. The earthquake is so loud. My neighbors are saying, "Hey, what's going on? I heard an earthquake."
Oh my goodness.
It's just funny how they feel. But hey, your score is kind of interesting. So you got 20-27. I actually have the one score difference, with 28.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm saying Niners 28 is because Dan Campbell's going to be too damn gutsy and be dumb on that 2-point conversion.
Okay.
Because he does get gutsy. That's one thing about Dan Campbell. He's probably going to be one of the most gutsiest guys. I think the one thing about Detroit Lions is you're going to have to watch out for this team. They're going to probably be one of the teams that go on 4th down conversions.
Mm-hmm.
And they might even go for the 2-point conversion.
Probably.
So we're gonna have to be at our A game because the Lions are gonna play hard.
Yeah.
They might even play every 4th down because they don't care. They're trying to play to win.
Absolutely. They're playing to win. It's going to be aggressive. And
I mean, if you saw that Cowboys game, did Dan Campbell flinch and decide to kick an extra point? No, he kept trying to go for the 2-point conversion.
He did. And I think they probably also saw and know, get ahead of the Niners. Get on the scoreboard first. Get them to, have them trail because we're not very successful when we're from behind. So yeah, that's definitely going to be something, and I think it's going to be really important for us. First two drives,
We got to at
we
least
need to
outscore
score.
them a little more. Yeah.
yeah, we need to score like immediately. So I hope that happens.
I think we're gonna defer the ball. That's the thing.
It seems like that's what Kyle prefers.
Because
Right?
he wants us to get the ball halftime and then we can move down the field with it. So it's one or the other.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
we'll definitely see what happens. But yeah, we pretty much covered everything. So we're technically winning by a touchdown either way. So
Yes.
but it
It's gonna
wouldn't
be good.
surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if the score was Niners 31 and Lions 27. I don't know.
That's a good one too.
That's
I actually really like that one.
I think that's a possibility.
It is.
Oh,
Where am I?
here's one more question before we end the show.
One
Let's
more
see.
question. Where am I going to be? I am a weirdo when it comes to like, not conspiracies. What are they called? Superstitions.
Superstitious, but you're not
Yeah.
gonna go to a game?
No, I'm not going to be at this game because I'm going to the Super Bowl. I'll be in Las Vegas, so I have to save my money somewhere. So I'll be at my mom's because every time there's a big game, my mom has enough where
So you got your plans to Las Vegas? What?
I will be in
Good
Las
Lord.
Vegas.
I wish I took that spot, but okay.
Well, I'm not in the stadium. I'm just going to
messing
be
with you.
there.
Just messing with you.
Yeah, no, I can't. No, I'm probably even in Vegas. I'm probably going to watch it at some
Let's
hotel thing,
see.
but it'll be fun.
Let's see. Give you a shout out. Hey, Steelers should be good next year. Hopefully we beat the Ravens for y'all. If we play the Ravens. Hey, shout out to you, Brandon. And I hope we beat the Ravens just for you guys.
We hope so.
Let's see.
Yes. Do you think I'm gone? I didn't think I was
I
gone.
think
Is
it's
it because
just-
I'm
I
wearing
think-
black today?
No, but I think he's just being funny and sarcastic. He ain't really he just jokes around. He's kind of a funny jokester. He's kind of like Tommy, but a little different than Tommy.
Oh yeah,
Vegas will,
I'll be in a while.
yeah, Vegas will be popping if Niners play. Yep, it would be popping.
It's
I
gonna
think
be
Vegas
crazy.
knows we got fans that go to the games anyways.
Yeah, it's great. And again, I'm not in the stadium unless anybody wants to GoFundMe.
Hey, got to give her a GoFundMe or somebody get her to the game. But
Yeah.
it's all fun and games. But hey, you guys have a great time. We'll see y'all next week. Hopefully my voice is back to normal. I might not even have a voice by next week.
I know you probably won't.
I'll probably be like,
won't.
oh yeah, guys, I am fine.
You're gonna have to type in the chat the whole time.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey guys, I can't speak. I am still talking. I can't talk.
Yep.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go. See, I'll be
Yeah,
like
do
that.
All right. Next week I won't wear black. Noted.
All right. Hey, but is that black for the Lions funeral?
Ooh, I like that you did that. I'm gonna say yes. That's
Oh,
why you wear black too.
yeah, I'm wearing black, but you know what my black shirt has? It has the Trent Williams shirt in the back.
Oh,
Let's see.
very cool. Oh yeah, it does.
You see it?
Good old Trent. You gotta love Trent. Yes.
Trent Williams. I got Trent Williams, big Trent.
And he says he's coming back next year too, which I really like.
Yeah, he's coming back next year. But I got good old Trent Williams. That's what the back of the jersey, that's what the shirt has on it, Trent Williams. That's why I was turning it back a little. I don't know if you saw it good.
I saw it. I like it. Oh,
Yeah, big Trent. I like Trent. He's one of my favorite players. But yeah.
he's great. All right, everyone.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Bye. See you next
Bye.
week.
Y'all see you next week.